Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. His name's Jimmy the Bag. My name is Peter Loshak. This is the Loshak in the Bag show for Thursday, right? Thursday, August 16th, the 6 o'clock edition. I'm sure that at least a few of our show's lovers are in the house. Maybe some haters are in the house. Any haters watching right now? Say hi, say what's up in the comment section. Jimmy the Bag coming off a winning day. I'm coming off a winning day as well. 3-0 in 3-0-1 in WNBA, and also a rugby pick. And Jimmy the Bag, today we have a small MLB card and a few interesting NFL preseason games. How do you think we're going to finish off a whole hour here?
Because of the glory that the chat provides us.
No, that was not the answer I was going for. Rugby. We are going to have a rugby segment.
God.
Wow. You can see it up there.
Shit.
Yeah, we got, there's two more rugby games that are coming up tomorrow morning, and I did analyze them, and I do have some opinions that I think I'm willing to give. Now, one thing to be aware of is that you remember when I crossed 50 units in MLB, positive 50 units?
I do.
I made a post about that, and I was like, I bet you I'm jinxing myself. Since then, I've hemorrhaged about 20 units. Today, I did actually make a post about my overall record in the others category. So, who knows? Maybe that'll jinx it. I know a lot of people have been impressed with my small sample size, but great analysis of rugby picks. So if I give a couple picks today, they could lose. I do the same shit. I see some guy who, obviously, to my eye, knows what he's talking about, hits a bunch of plays in a row. I'm like, this guy's great. Then he gives out another couple picks. I tail both of them huge. They both lose. And now there's a guy who's 8-2, and I've lost money tailing him. You know what I'm saying, Jim?
It's a very dangerous, tricky slope.
Yeah.
But
so what I'm trying to say is I might have a couple of rugby picks today, and I believe that they're as good plays as any others, but, who knows? Just because I hit a couple of rugby plays in a row in the past does not mean that these are definitely going to win or even that they're 50% plays.
I hear you.
Feel me?
I have two plays I'm adding also. Want to give a shout out to this chat. How many times did I say Tampa Bay first five holds all the value, and I still didn't pull the trigger? I'm ashamed of myself.
Yeah.
Colby Valentine, New York Yankees, Tampa Bay under, Tampa Bay first five. He says called that shit to a T.
Which is interesting because having accurate reads on games and not having the balls to give them is my trademark. And now that you're wearing that jersey, maybe it's rubbing off on you. Which is
you know what? At least the reads are okay.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. Marco Lou had Mets Phillies under 9. Mets went over by themselves. Don't worry, Marco Lou. We will turn that around. Ty Rich respecting Flipper 13 for being the first one in the comment section. And we have a new member of our fam. You might have remembered him from the early show, Paul Sargent. Says, what's up, guys? Thanks for the heads up about the show tonight, Jimmy. Glad to be part of the Low Bag fam. We are so happy to have you, Paul Sargent. I followed him back. Bill Buttlicker is in the house. He says, hear ye, all hail Lords Low Bag. Nick Dial is in the house. Has told you guys Tampa Bay is the Yanks number. He did. There was a lot of talk about that. Big Boss said the kryptonite, right? He used the kryptonite reference. Snell was a beast, says Marco.
Yeah.
Jesse Dykstra said called that under the Yankees game. You certainly did. Mohamed Jomas plays Cubs -1.5, Phillies -1.5, and Cards money line. Twatty Latte is here.
Shout out to Twatty Latte.
Said he had a pool stick broken over his back last night, and it's really affecting his capping ability.
Twatty Latte. You gotta love
Can you believe we get to finally see him in the flesh in 5 days? Next week, Twatty Latte will be at IFBC with us. Unbelievable.
All right. In the meantime, there was no coffee left, so I might be a little bit lethargic in today's show. On the other hand, that will also mean that the haters won't be able to accuse me of being on coke, but it'll also make me a little bit lethargic. So we'll see how this show goes. Once again, we're going to look at the MLB games. We're going to review the NFL preseason games, and we will go over rugby. And I will give my opinions, my analysis, and the picks. Before we review the picks, let's just make sure there's no handicapping opinions that we miss. Some of these early pits up. Nick Dial says Jets +1 is my best bet today. Line is currently -1. Yes, the Jets have now flipped over to a favorite.
Yeah,
unreal.
Which is what you said was going to happen in the early show. Let's see. Eric Sniffen is on Mohamed Jomas plays. Darcy Kretchen says, anybody with thoughts on Pittsburgh, Chicago over first five? I would like to start with that game when we're ready to go. I'd like to start to that game. I was discussing with my man Twatty Latte all afternoon how we should handle that game. Wally George says, Pete, Jimmy, I looked at IFBC lineup and don't see you guys as speakers, nor do I see Lucrative Larry as a guest speaker. What gives? I tell you what gives. First off, we are doing live shows. We're doing live shows in the morning before the conference starts in the space, and at lunchtime we have a special show with a prize on the Saturday, which is a Loshak in the Bag trivia contest that we will be delivering live in front of everybody. So we got a lot of stuff there, but no, we are not speaking. But we'll be very busy, and we will be keeping Twatty Latte alive. I promised him that he will go home alive. I promised him.
Very nice. Mohammed Joma says Cubs roll tonight. Phillies bounce back big. Cards money line. All right, we will look at those games in a second.
Nolly knows says, Jimmy, have you looked into that BC pick? I've done a bit. I don't know how hard because I'm out of here. I'm out of here after tonight. I'm heading back to Canada. I have to take care of some family stuff. I'm out of here. And so I'm not entirely sure how much, because I'll be traveling all tomorrow. I could do some work on it tonight. But Kelly McMillan, remember the name when he comes up. He's such a sharp CFL capper. He's given me a ton of notes on CFL. And, especially in BC and Alberta, we're dealing with a ton of wildfires right now. The Eskimos can't practice outside right now because of the air and the smoke in the air. A lot of really interesting insights.
Wait, is that the same guy from this morning show?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Must be remembered, Kelly McMillan. So I have notes we can go over on today's show, but I haven't hammered the game in its entirety.
And here's a shout-out. Melas Palas Way says, Pete, I hope you told my Europa League qualifier straight cash money. Melas Palas Way, Bucuresti. I did tail it.
Nice.
I didn't check to see if it won. Did it win?
I don't know.
Bucuresti, I tailed it. I definitely tailed it, Melas Palas Way. And, regular
Nice.
viewers of the show know that I really, I joke around and stuff like that, but I never lie, which is one of my major flaws in life. It's the reason, I am on the bottom rung of everything in life. I got to somehow fucking find a way to start lying and scamming and get some money for myself. But Melas Palas Way, that is absolutely true. Did I tail your Europa League qualifier, Pelea Bucuresti? Yes. I did not check to see if it won, though. I know I got the bet in. It was a 2:30 Eastern time start, so I got it right in at the right time. I got minus 120, and based on what Melas Palas Way said right here, I have a feeling it cashed, and if it did, thank you so much, Melas Palas Way. Absolutely 100%. Yes, I did cash at Bucuresti. I've been killing soccer just tailing people's picks. Angel Romero, I've hit like 4 in a row of his tails. I tailed Bucuresti here. Obviously, that one hit.
We have
Melas
experts.
Palas Way.
We have experts in our chat.
Melas Palas Way.
Part of the low bag fam. And Underdog says, great call on Brisbane again, Pete.
Oh, thank you very much.
A little bit more love.
Oh, thank you very much. It's actually called Brisbane.
I'll call it whatever the fuck. No, you're right.
No, that one is, yes.
Brisbane.
Austin Guy says, honesty is the best policy. I may be lying about this. Shout out to Austin Guy. Nice one. All right, let's see. What else do we have here going on? And then we will get into the handicapping here. Let's see. Yes,
Big Ragu says, Jimmy, say hi to my fam in Hamilton. I love Hamilton, man. I fucking love Steel Town, man. Big fan of that city. I know it takes a lot of heat, takes a lot of abuse, but not me, man. Love those cobblestone streets downtown. Love Hamilton.
Holy crap. Jason Campbell says he got Brisbane at earlier in the week when the line opened at plus 150. Unreal.
Jesus.
Unreal. Okay, so, and Rem Mo says, Pete, I need a full game birthday pick total tonight. Only a total, not mine, but it has to be someone's. He's saying it has to be someone's. I see what he's doing there. All right, yeah, you don't want to, you don't want to insult the universe and like make fun of things like that are going. You want to go with it, roll with it, surf the. All right, so let's see. Any other comments? And Wally George says, Jimmy, will you have a live audience in your IFBC low bag show? I mean, my guess is no. I mean, if you're asking, is it possible that there will be a live audience? Yes, people can sit there if they want. Will people be sitting there? I don't know.
We don't know. We're hoping. There's
hoping.
an hour and a half break for lunch, so we're giving we're waiting for half an hour and then doing our live show. We do have a prize, a cash voucher that's usable at the Golden Nugget Sportsbook for the winner of the trivia contest. Yeah. And that hasn't even been approved yet. Yeah. That hasn't even been approved yet, but I'm now it fucking better be approved because I put in the request. Yes, very nice. Okay, let's see. What else do we have going on here? Okay. McGee says 1 week until I fly out to Vegas, thinking about borrowing a Horizon jet and arriving in style. if that guy who took the Horizon jet didn't commit suicide with the jet, we'd have a lot more jokes about it because he did look like he was enjoying his time up in the air. And I like it. Touts McGee. God, we're going to have such a good crew.
We will. We'll have such a good crew. Regardless of whatever else is going on in the world, we're going to have a good time I'm committed to having a good time at IFBC. All right, we'll start with the Pittsburgh game, but first let's just review the plays that were given officially in the morning show. Jim had only 2 plays that he gave: Detroit, Minnesota over 9, and Arizona, San Diego first half under 4.5. I gave Dave, Detroit, Minnesota, first 5 innings, over 5. Cubs, second half, -125. We'll talk about that game. And then Washington, first half, team total over 2. And Washington, full game, team total over 4. I'm okay with both of those. Someone in the morning show also told us that the umpire is an overtrending umpire in the morning show. So I am liking that. All right, let's talk about the Cubs game, because people were initially asking about that, and Kobe Valentine started by giving us some info on people who are out for the Cubs. Here we go. So Bud Nino, 87, says, why the Cubs and not the Pirates? And Kobe Valentine says Pittsburgh, Cervelli rest, Moran rest, and Jordy Mercer calf are not in the starting lineup Thursday against the Cubs.
That doesn't concern me at all.
Right.
All I needed to hear was that Starlin Marte was in the lineup. Obviously, Cervelli is a quality batting catcher. But Elias Diaz is an absolute monster. And if you only are going to pick one bat between the two of them, you want Diaz's bat in the lineup. I am very comfortable. So I'm adding 2 plays. First off, Pittsburgh Pirates team total over and the full game over. Okay. Wow. Mohamed Joma liking the Cubs. Cody Valentine tells us that Matt Carpenter is in the lineup for the game tonight against the Nationals. That's fine. Doesn't impact my play on the Nationals team total over. All right. So Jim, tell us what factors went into making you want this one. First off, is Lester going to turn it on now? This lineup, this Pittsburgh Pirates lineup, has seen Lester, I believe it's 270 times. So they're comfortable with them. He has given up 26 earned runs his last 22 2/3, 10.32 ERA, and 5 starts since the break. He's not that bad. Madden says he's seeing the same stuff. I don't know if you can believe that. Madden also wants certain things to be said for his players to hear certain things. Saturday, he gives up 8 earned runs in 3 2/3. This Cubs team and this Pirates team, well, the Pirates hit lefties, 249, 737 OPS. I'm fine with that. But the full game over, although I trust Nova a little bit more than Lester in this spot, this Cubs team is smashing righties. I'm comfortable with both plays. I think Ralph Portwano says love the over 8.5 in the Cubs. Mohamed Joma says Lester isn't going to pitch like junk forever. Pirates are going to come down to earth, and Nova is a pure fade. That all works. If I was doing better in baseball, I would make more plays on this game. But I'm very comfortable here with the Pirates team total over and the full game over. So
you want the Pirates full game, not the first half team total over. The full game is 4, first half is 2.
No, I want the... Oh, sorry, yes. Yeah. Sorry, excuse me. Yes, I want Pirates team total over 4. What is it at?
Well, Pinnacle has -112. We'll check if you can find a better line somewhere else. We'll give you that one.
You know what? This Pirates, wow, a big move towards the under in the Pittsburgh Pirates team total here at Bet365.
What, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Big move in 15 minutes. I'm surprised.
Well, the full game total is headed up a little bit.
Wow, this is wild.
The full game total is headed up a little bit, and let's see what the money line.
15-cent move in the 15 minutes.
Okay, that might be because Cervelli or some guys are out because there's
we already knew the lineup.
Yeah, slight move to the over, and obviously a huge move in market wide. Mostly came in the morning in favor of the Cubs. So why?
Here comes Twatty. It's 15-cent move. I'm going to get 15 cents better price here. I'm taking the 3.5 at Bet365.
Okay. What does Twate think?
Twate says Pirates team total over 3.5, full game over 8.5. Bang bang.
Wow, he likes both of them, huh?
Yeah.
All right,
over 3.5 -135. That's gone down 15 cents.
Nice. It was 150 before.
That's what I betted at.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's another thing that tends to happen to me. I bet bad lines. Maybe some nice stuff is I guess Heritage has 4 -110. Do we give you 4 -110 or 3.5 -135?
3.5.
All right, Jim's going to take Pittsburgh team total over 3.5 -135. That's the current line at Bet365.
This over is going down too at Bet365.
Is it? Well, it's...
Oh, no. Yeah, it is. It was it's just changed again. Man, this is crazy. It's -120 now. It was -115 a second ago.
There you go. It just moved. Wow, SBRodds.com. Bam, on the ball. Just a red square just appears for 8.5 -120. Once again, SBRodds.com. Free customizable line service. Up to the minute line moves. Jim just said, wow, it just moved to -120 at Bet365. As soon as he said that, bam, a red square appears here, which indicates it's color-coded. Indicates an immediately recent move, and that's true. It just went up to 120. Pinnacle jumped to -113. So we could still give you -110 at UWager, 112 at Bet Online. You want the full game?
Yes.
All right. So Jim's going to take. Let's see. Cubs hit over 8.5 minus 110. We will give him the U-wager line, and actually it just jumped to 120 at U-wager. But since I quoted it, we were sitting there hemming and hawing. We're going to give him the minus 110. Just jumped to minus 120 at Intertops. Appears to be headed up. Market. Oh no, wait a minute. No, sorry, that was the Washington St. Louis game that's headed up. It's still minus 110 at U-wager. It is still minus 110 at U-wager. It's the Washington St. Louis game that just jumped to minus 120 at a couple places. Okay.
And I really want to talk about that game, although those are the bets I've made. That's what I'm on right now. Anthony L says Leicester has had impending regression for a while now. It's finally hitting him now after the All-Star break. Nova sucks. Over.
Yeah.
Anthony L's on the over. Twatty Latte's on the over.
Yeah. I'm on the Cubs second half, and I might jump on a bunch of overs here. So the Pittsburgh lineup is looking okay to you, Jim?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Cubs lineup looking okay to you, Jim?
Well, I mean, we know that the Cubs, arguably their best bat is not in the lineup with the Bryant injury. But yeah, this is a fine lineup. Baez, Hayward, Bodie, Rizzo, Happ, Almora, Contreras, and then Lester in the 8th spot. Addison Russell turning it over on the 9th spot.
Yeah, so it's all looking okay to you, huh? Lester has been regressing, but he's a crafty veteran. We think he's going to get touched a little bit here.
The only concern I have is the late thunderstorms that are coming into this game. We do know that if the thunderstorms come in too heavy, that the total will be both will be wiped. But there is thunderstorms coming in late. That does concern me a bit. But no, I think both these pitchers are susceptible, and I like it. Scotty Rock forever says took over 8.5 last night for the Pirates game. Johnny Cotton said took over 8.5 this morning. I don't see anybody on the under, which is dangerous.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take both first 5-inning team total overs. So if one hits and one loses, I will take a loss, small loss. If one pushes, I'll get a win. If both hit, that'll be very nice. Cubs first 5 innings team total over 2 minus 130, and Pittsburgh first 5 innings team total over 2 minus 104. I'm also on the Cubs second half here, so I'm on both first 5-inning team total overs. That Pittsburgh Pirates team total 3.5 at minus 135 is looking pretty good. So is the first half and full game over, but I don't know if I want to quintuple or sextuple up on this. It's an interesting game. I guess the big question is, Nova, is it still, what does Twatty Latte think about Nova? Is he still a smoke and mirrors general? Do we have that stamp on him, smoke and mirrors, or is he actually pretty decent right now?
That is let's let the experts be the experts, and we know that Twatty should answer that question.
Yeah.
And Twatty's watching. So let's hear what Twatty has to say. Marco Lou, I'm on the Cubs Pirates over. Shell Dog 83 Pirates and over for me. So he's on the other side. Touts McGee says Lester just lost at Pittsburgh on July 31st. And,
all right, I'm taking Cubs second half minus 125. Both first 5-inning team total overs, and Jim just added full game over and Pittsburgh full game team total over 3.5 minus 135. All right, we can revisit this game, but let's move on to another one, Jim. Let's see. I don't know. The Colorado Atlanta game is certainly interesting. One of my leans was to Colorado on the first 5 innings, although Kobe in the morning mentioned to us that there's a couple. Blackman is out for Colorado, which is not great. But again, Tehran seems iffy. Acuna's out, right? Is he?
No, he's in.
Oh, he's in. Okay. All right. Okay. Colorado first 5 innings. I was thinking about that. What do you think?
Sorry, I was replying to my Dallas. Colorado first 5 innings. This was a tricky spot. Gray versus Tehran. Kobe Valentine giving us his prediction of the final score: 7-4 Cubs win. Acuna in the lineup. I trust Gray more than Tehran right now, but Tehran's coming off of a good start. It's I know. Paul Sargent says Colorado money line. Teams hitting 178 against Gray last 28 innings.
Yeah, I mean Gray has been. Gray was a guy that I had circled. My halftime reads were pretty good on pitchers. I had Severino circled as a fade, Lester circled as a fade, Gray circled as a play on. So Gray is a guy that I'm still looking to. Let me see.
So is it first 5 just because you had no faith in the bullpen?
The
Rockies bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta has a nice lineup. They can come back at any time. Especially, it's mostly just a Gray versus Tehran thing. Gray versus Tehran thing. Jesse Dykstra liking Colorado first 5, Pete. Anthony L likes Colorado money line. So Colorado right now is about even money, and the first 5 innings is actually a little bit juiced towards Colorado, minus 115 across the board. Pinnacle probably has like 112 or something like that. All right, I'll take that one. I'll take Colorado first 5 innings. If it loses, fine, whatever. I'm going to check Pinnacle right now, 111. Yeah, so I'll take Colorado first 5 innings, minus 111. Gray against Tehran. I'll take it. Colorado first 5 innings, minus 111. I'm on it.
Yeah, Shell Dog on the Rockies. Marco Lou saying Braves had a very emotional game against the Marlins.
Yes.
Rockies has had a good spot. I think you guys are on the right track.
And I wouldn't be opposed to giving an Atlanta first 5 innings team total under also, which would be 2 minus 108, which is pushing it a little bit. But, I think I'll stay off that one. But that would be a very, very slight lean as well, 2 minus 108.
Are we not concerned about the travel issues? No.
Just
Houston
sure,
to
it's a little bit, it's a little bit of an issue, sure. I'm just kind of liking Gray here against Tehran, so I'll take that one.
Okay,
all right.
Count me in.
You want it, Jim?
Count me in. First five.
Colorado, first 5 innings, money line, minus 111. That's the current line at Pinnacle.
When does this game start?
Starts at 7:30 Eastern time or something like that. 8 o'clock, something like that. 7:30 Eastern time.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. All right. So other games that we're talking about. Let's see what else is going on. Washington, St. Louis. We can talk about that. I gave Washington first 5 and full game team total overs. Probably they hit Weaver. Big line move in favor of Washington. Even more money coming in on Washington since the morning show. They're now down to plus 110. What do you think, Jim?
I just have to answer Paco Healy quickly
because
this is going to take not a lot of people know about this. He says you guys going to do a live Friday afternoon show at the Golden Nugget. We are.
Okay, yes.
We are. We don't have the space that the conference is going to have, so we don't have their cameras and their equipment. So we're not actually sure exactly how we're going to pull it off, but we are at noon.
Yes.
At noon on Friday, Paco Healy at the Golden Nugget, and any of our low baggers that are in, please join us because we can have some fun, get you guys up, interview you guys, talk to you guys. So yes, we are doing a live show at noon.
Okay, yes, we're going to find some cameras marked for intern videos, and then we will use those cameras and do a show. Wait, Friday at noon.
Friday at noon.
Sounds good. All right, yeah. So the St. Louis game, I'm also not totally sold on Rourke here. Now that Carpenter is in, thinking about the first 5. It's not a 4, it's 4.5. But thinking about the first 5 over here as well. I could see both these guys getting hit. As we know, the umpire is vaguely an overtrending ump, and Rourke has had some good starts recently, but of course we know that he what happened?
Jerry Jones.
No.
Who am I liking more and more? My biggest play of the year is the Washington Nationals.
Wow.
I dare you to fade.
No, I was thinking that too. I was thinking Nats minus 1. Jerry Jones. I already took the Nats on the both their team total overs, and I was thinking that Nats minus 1 might be a play as well.
Wow.
SBR Forum says, great show, guys. Who's that? Whoever said that, thank you. Thank you so much.
Whoever said that is coming to IFBC
All right,
as well.
Good. Let's hang out. Whoever said that, SBR Forum, let's hang out.
SBR's Drew.
That's my kind of coworker right there.
I love the guy. He's a great guy.
That's my kind of coworker right there.
That's my kind of coworker too.
All right, in the meantime, I'm definitely thinking that the Nats minus 1 might be a play. The line has definitely moved in the Nats' favor, but people were saying they like St. Louis. Cash Action Bets likes the Cards, Rockies, Angels, Royals. Did Kobe Valentine say he likes the Cards? I don't know. No, someone said he liked the Cards also. Let's see. Cash Action Bets likes the Cards. I did see someone else saying that they liked the Cards as well. What happened?
Wow, I just think that I just feel like Jerry Jones is
what, trolling you or
no? He's sharp as sharp.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I'm on Washington team totals as well.
Wow. So, okay, tell me more about what you think about what's going to happen to Rourke here.
Oh, I think Rourke probably gets hit just a little bit, but I think that it's a down spot for the Cards. A lot of people think that the Cards might sweep them. But on the there you go. I was going to say alt run line. Shaquille Bell says Washington alt run line. Wow. I just have to decide whether I want to triple up on Washington, which I would do. Of course, as we know, as Kobe Valentine said in the morning show, it's not that they can't hit; it's that their bullpen blows leads, which is absolutely true. So that doesn't matter if you're taking team total overs. If you're taking them on an alternative run line, that also kind of doesn't matter because if they put up 8 runs, after the 5th inning, then they probably have a bullpen that can be trusted, or at least you have a. Muhammad Joma says I like the Cards, Pete, but looking at the lineups, I'm off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I love Bader, but Garcia is a. I don't think he hits that much better than me. You check me out at batting cage. I don't think there's that much difference between Greg Garcia and Jimmy Sweezy. Shaquille Bell, Washington alternative run line. Angel Romero says I'm on the cards as well. Frank Alexander, I'm leaning Nats. Shell Dog on Nats too. Melee play this way. I think Nats win also. But
right, look at this. Look at this. Nut Flush 16. Pete and Jimmy, I have been listening for almost a year and have never missed the morning show or afternoon show ever! Exclamation point. This is what makes my life fucking awesome. Booyah! There you go. What? Look at that. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, Jimmy the Bag. That makes my... I don't give a fuck about anything. You know what I'm saying? Fuck politics. Fuck the world. Fuck nuclear war. Look at this shit. Now I'm happy. Now I'm happy. Now I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nutflush 16.
Nutflush 16 will be at IFBC as well.
Sorry if my fly was down when I stood. I don't know. I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
No, that's
right.
part of your style,
yeah,
man.
that is part of my style.
Nutflush 16. Remember, his daughter is the one you gave that very, very crucial
that's right. Yes. His daughter. There you go. His daughter is gonna. If you have parents who I know some. I have friends whose parents were cool. You know, and I was like, how is it that people have cool parents? Those people just turned out to be so well adjusted in life. It's unfucking believable, Jim. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I do know what you're saying. Twatty Latte says, Pete, do you have purple pants on?
Yes, I do. You know, I have some style. I have some style, baby. Anyway, shout out to Nutflush 16. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nutflush 16. I don't care what the haters say. I don't care what the media executives say. We get comments like that. That ain't easy to do. You can't just pull that out your ass and have someone, you know, give a comment sincere like that to you. All right, let's get back to work, Jimmy the Bag.
Let's get back to work.
Let's get back to work,
Let's
Jimmy
get
the
back
Bag.
to work.
Yeah. I just was so blown away by that comment. I'm sorry.
Jerry Jones,
all right. On
in
that
all
note,
capitals,
go ahead.
Says my biggest play of the year is the Washington Nationals, and I dare you to fade me.
On that note, I'm taking the Nats -1. It was definitely a lean anyway. The line has moved against me. I'm on the Nats 2 team totals, but here we go. Let me throw this one on there. The best money line right now for the Nats, line shopping at SBRodds.com, +114 at BetMania. That looks like it might be a stale line. I'll take +111 at UWager, and the alternative run line should be about 180, 190 here at oh no, there you go, +225 at Bet365. There you go. Washington Nationals -1, +111, +225. That was before the Jerry Jones comment. That was already in my leans column, my leans category, and now it's an official play for the show. So I am officially tripling up on Washington. If it loses, that's fine. Why? Because of comments like Nutflush 16. You know what I'm saying, Jim?
Yeah, no, it does feel good.
You know what I'm saying, Jim?
Yeah.
I mean, look at what he said about our show. Who cares if you're down 60 units in MLB or whatever? No,
60?
I'm kidding.
60?
Kidding around, Jimmy the Bag.
Now I'm upset again.
Give me a cheers.
Now
Jim.
I'm pissed
Look,
off.
no,
Everyone's going. I started my first smile. My first fucking smile in weeks. You have to slit a small slit in my throat here.
All right,
with the sharpened chopsticks.
All right, so I have added on Washington -1. Jimmy the Bag, have you added on any plays on this one? No, you haven't.
No, but I am going to be adding to Washington, and I think.
What do you want to take here?
I will take the -1 line as well. I'm gonna
not 1.5.
No, I'm gonna take the -1 line. I'm gonna bet the money line.
Okay.
When on my personal bet.
I think if you have Bet365 out, because Colby's totally right. The reason if Washington wins here, it's because after 5 innings they're up 8-2.
But with Washington's bullpen,
right?
I don't even feel safe with. Well, I mean, obviously they ain't too.
That's why you want to take as big a dog line as you can get.
Yeah.
Because if Washington wins, it's because their offense explodes so much that the bullpen can't blow it. So what do you want here, Jim, for an official pick?
My official pick will be Nationals -1.
All right, so that'll be, again, we could take the BetMania +114 line, but that looks a little bit off market right now, stale line. So we'll take +111 for the money line and +225 for the -1.5 line. Jim's on it, I'm on it, and I wouldn't be opposed to taking the first 5 innings over either, because I think Rourke might give up a few. If Rourke doesn't give up anything, it's not out of the realm of the possibilities that Washington could put up 5 on their own in the first 5 innings. So, right?
Yeah, I like it. I'm happy. And Jerry Jones. You know,
Ralph Portuando liking St. Louis over 8.5. 8.5. Vitola says, just think purple pants, olive shirt, walking down the main strip. You ain't fucking with that. Yes, I'm the best of my wardrobe. Whatever I got, I'm gonna bring it all. We're gonna make it. The only thing is one thing I've learned: you got to get everything on camera, otherwise it may not have happened. In 2018, it may as well not have happened. So. Jim, we got to have a plan to film everything so that the funny shit we can put online and
absolutely,
shit. All right.
Absolutely.
So, Touts McGee says, careful, Weaver off extra rest from a fluke injury and Rourke off his highest pitch count of the season. Yes. Yes. I'm not too high on Rourke here.
The fluke injury is a finger cut.
Yeah.
And we've seen pitchers think that their finger's fine, but when they start really trying to get that spin rate up, it gets cut again. So it's not if the fluke injury was like it's his pitching hand, right? That got cut. Yes, it's his pitching hand.
It was.
If it was his left hand, then it would be whatever. He's going to wait for the stitches to heal. But it's his pitching hand.
And again, Touts McGee says Rourke off his highest pitch count of the season. Yes, Rourke makes me nervous here. Again, if Washington wins, I think it's just because their offense explodes, so it won't matter what their bullpen and what Rourke is doing here. But that's why I would also be leaning over, as others are, Ralph Portuondo, as well as the first 5 innings over as well. Let's see. Gary Buckley says, Peter, stop with taking Coke.
Yeah, it's funny how Gary Buckley is. We have the same heckles.
Yes.
By different.
No, welcome
names.
back.
It's the same guy. It's the same guys yesterday. It's the same guys the day before.
Welcome, Gary Buckley. Listen, Gary Buckley. Listen. You know, first of all, I love you. I do. Second of all, you know, you might be right in all your opinions, but you gotta be attached to reality here. I don't take Coke ever, on camera, off camera, nowhere. I do drink a ton of coffee. Yes, coffee has a massive effect on me. So if you want to say that the effects of caffeine mimic the effects of Coke on me, sure. But get it together, all right? If you're going to attack me, use something that's based in reality, okay? Stop with the Coke shit. I don't do Coke. It makes you look bad when you attack someone with something that's not true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's just the same guy. We don't need to give it too much attention.
There's so much wrong with me. Find out what that is, and then slam me for that. Don't use the Coke thing. I don't use Coke. It makes you look bad because it makes you look like you can't find something real to attack me with, so you take something that's not true. It's just like it's like you don't want to do that when you're trying to slam someone. Anyway, we love you. Thanks for joining us. And if you want to tail any of the plays, here are the plays. My plays are Washington first 5 team total over 2, Washington team total over 4. Gary Buckley, I definitely recommend you tail one or both of those. First 5 innings over 2, or Washington full game team total over 4. Other plays that I'm on: Detroit, Minnesota, first half over 5. I would recommend you tail that as well. We'll talk about that because I'm thinking about adding on some team total overs. I am also on Pittsburgh first 5 team total over, and Cubs first 5 team total over as well. A lot of people liking the over, Gary Buckley, so you know it's not just Jim. A lot of people liking the over. You might want to tail that. I'm also on the Cubs second half. Kobe Valentine is liking the Cubs as well. I think yes, Kobe Valentine said he's liking the Cubs, so you might want to take a shot with the Cubs. I think overall the picks that we are recommending today, Gary Buckley talking directly to you, pal, overall are a nice little set of picks that I think are going to be positive.
I like it.
Yeah. Did I handle that hater episode decently?
Oh, you always do. We don't block anybody. Good for ratings. But Twatty Latte says, Pete, you can't yell at anyone while wearing purple pants.
Now that's how you diss someone. That's how you diss someone, Gary Buckley. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Twate Latte just insulted my pants, and I am actually wearing purple pants. You know what I'm saying? So he nailed me on that one. If I wasn't wearing purple pants, it'd be like, what are you doing? But I am. You see? You see how this works? All right, let's move on, baby.
Let's move on. And a good way to move on is to give a shout out to our man, Jerry Valdez. Okay. Jerry Valdez says, shout me out, Bags. Jerry Valdez, consider yourself shouted out, and much love. Thank you for being a part of the Low Bag fam. Jerry Jones in Capital says Cubs will beat Pittsburgh today. Angel Romero says, hey, Jimmy, do you ever put a limit on how many games you bet when you're going through a slump? It helps me shake off the rust. Sometimes you need to lay off a bit. Hey, I only made 2 bets in the morning. After all day of studying, I added 2 bets, and now I've added 2 more. All right. So maybe 6 is a little too much, but...
Yaya says, Mr. Peters, what do you mean BetMania has an off-market line? Is BetMania a rec book or a sharp one? No, I was just looking at that one. It struck me as sometimes the feeds on SBR odds are they get frozen or they get stiff or stale. There's stale lines that they're showing, and so I was looking at that one. It was a little bit off some of the other books. So obviously we could have taken it at plus 114, but I was like, you know what? For the purposes of having of being religiously devoted to integrity, yes. Mr. Buckley, what's his name? Gary Buckley. We are religiously devoted to integrity. I could have taken the BetMania line at plus 114. Just decided to go with the plus 111 line. No, BetMania is a fine book, and if that was not a stale line and you were actually betting that line and you had BetMania, then definitely that's the line I would have taken. It's just for the purpose of record keeping here. I was like, that might have been a frozen feed that's a little bit slow, so I just decided to go with the plus 111. But anyway, all right, so let's move on.
Darcy Critchen says, real men wear purple pants.
Yes. Oh, I have some colors that'll blow your mind as far as what real men can get away
Bobby
with.
Brown and then the Joker and Batman. They were referencing the Joker and Batman. Carl says dressed like Joker Thursdays in the SBR show. And then Dead Money Mike says Pete has a lifetime supply of Jolt Cola in his treehouse.
No, I've actually never drunk Jolt Cola either. I don't know. I don't like that stuff. I like just, caffeine and organic garlic and shit like that. I don't like all that. Energy drinks work, but I don't like them. I just something makes me feel weird about them. But anyway, let's move on. Detroit, Minnesota. Jim, you took the over. I took the first 5 innings over. And I'll tell you what, I did bet the Detroit first 5 innings team total over, which is just 2. I know Detroit doesn't hit righties well, but as you said, Santana looking very, very iffy. It's just a line of 2. And I'm thinking about throwing one or both of the first 5 inning team totals over in this game, tripling up. What do you think, Jim?
Man, if I had a better record, I would.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm asking you.
I would do the same. I that was the play that I wanted to make. Mm-hmm. It was a play that was screaming at me, and I wanted to do more than just the full game over.
Yeah.
But I'm sticking with just the full game over. By the way, Jesse Dykstra, our man, Jesse Dykstra says, willing to seek wide distribution for Pete's MILF hunting at the Golden Nugget Pool. My former coworkers at Paramount are looking for a smart comedy.
Oh, hell yeah! Oh my God! See, Gary Buckley. Listen. You can find some shit. Just do a little bit of research. You can find some not bad, but just like embarrassing. Not embarrassing, but just like ways that I suck and have been stupid in life. Find those things and slam me for that. All right.
Mally Mal says lean twins. This was
waste of talent is what I am sitting right here. Waste of talent. What's that movie? What is that movie? There we go. Waste of talent. That's the worst thing anyone. What the hell is that movie? Is it A Bronx Tale? Is that where that's from?
From Bronx Tale? I don't know.
Wasted talent. That's the saddest thing I ever. What is that line from? Some old movie.
Oh,
anyway.
Yeah, I
Wasted
can't
talent. That's the saddest thing I ever. Some famous movie. Anyway, I am going to add on Detroit first 5 innings team total over 2 minus 120. I know Detroit doesn't hit righties well, but Santana, man, if he pitches 5 innings and gives up 1 or fewer runs, all power to him, more power to him, and I will gladly eat the unit loss there. I'm throwing that one on there. Now the Minnesota team total is 2.5, and I feel like Liriano may have a little bit more upside than Santana here, and it's a 2.5 total. So I don't know about that one. What's your take on Liriano and the Minnesota lineup right now? Is that
these guys just saw each other? The whole lineup just saw Liriano. The whole lineup just saw Santana. Santana's throwing 4 miles per hour slower than his average. Underdog says it is Bronx Tale.
Mm-hmm.
Bronx Tale did teach me that
a fucking good movie.
It's a great movie,
man.
But it teach me to see if the girl opens up the door for you when you let her in.
Yes.
Right? If she reaches over and unlocks the door, then she's the real deal. Scotty Rock says yes. It is the Bronx Tale.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like. I feel like both these pitchers are susceptible, and that this is the one time we can look past the Tigers hitting 233, 656 OPS against righties. It's the one time where we can actually do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I'm just getting Bronx Tale flashbacks. Cleorgio?
Yeah, good movie. It's a good fucking movie.
Yeah, man.
All right. So I guess for now will hold off on Minnesota on the first 5 team total over 2.5. Although I'm leaning that one anyway. I just feel like Santana is really in a bad spot here, and Liriano is too, but not quite as bad. And it's an extra half run, so I'll pass on that one. But I feel like that one's a good play as well. Minnesota first 5 team total over 2.5, right?
The reason why I stayed on the full game was just that both these bullpens, and the Twins much less than the Tigers especially, have looked susceptible and can give you the opportunity of still winning the bet, even if you don't win the first 5. And that's why I simplified it the way I did.
All right, so it's a small MLB card. The only other game I will admit that I did bet the under 9.5 in the Toronto KC game. I don't know if I'd want to give that one right now. As Jim said, Gaviglio is looking okay, but not great. This guy Sparkman, this is mostly a situation where I'm thinking that the lineups might be a little bit, weak on the weak side. Both of these starters might have, decent 5-inning, 2 or 3 run starts, and then the bullpens are okay.
I don't know if this game gets played.
Right, because there's rain in there.
The thunderstorms all the way through. I wanted to check again because sometimes they change, and then I make a mistake. But no, there's a 67% chance of rain. 8 p.m., 69 at 9, 76 at 10, 65 at 11. Thunderstorms all the way through that. I don't think we should spend too much time capping this.
All right, I did bet the under 9.5, and as you can see, it opened at 9.5 plus 106. Now it's down to 9.5 minus 124. So a 30-cent line move to the under. If it was 9.5 plus 106 now at Pinnacle, Yeah, I'd probably give that one as an official pick, but at 124, actually you wager as 120, I'll pass on that one. Yeah, it's probably going to get rained out. And then the Arizona-San Diego game, this is going to be a pass for me. Obviously, regular viewers will know, and Gary Buckley will be happy to hear that I've taken a couple of losses on San Diego past few days, right? San Diego, I bet them against the Angels, and the Angels were the right play. I had a couple losses 2 days ago, had another loss yesterday. A lot of people in the morning show were saying that they really like Arizona here. Buchholz against Knicks. Tomarino Tomor said that he likes to fade guys like Knicks, youngsters off of their first start in the majors being very good. A lot of people were saying they liked Arizona. I'm going to pass on this one, but we should point out that a lot of people were liking Arizona in the morning show.
How was my ton of people were liking Arizona on the morning show?
Right.
How does my was the line? Did I beat the line move with my first five? First five under 4.5.
Oh, that's right. Jim took under 4.5, tweeted it out, minus 122. Let's see where it is right now. Arizona, San Diego. Actually, no, it's now minus 118 at Pinnacle, so not a huge deal, but you could have had 118 if you wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad. Too bad. I wanted to beat it. That's the reason why you tweet them out in the morning, is to beat it. And I certainly did that with my over 9 in the Tigers game at minus 111. I destroyed that.
Yes, very nice.
Crushed that line move. But yeah, oh wow, Jay Stasher says Arizona sucks. Wow, interesting. But Anthony L on Diamondbacks -1, Red Girl, Arizona -1.5.
This might be a recency bias. For me, recently, I was thinking that San Diego had some life to them and had a little bit of value at home as they did last year. A lot of times, San Diego, as a small home dog or even a small home favorite, had some value. And I thought I was getting some promising pitching situation for San Diego as well, but took it in the drink hole. I'm off of this game. I'm completely off of it. Then the Angels-Texas game is interesting. We haven't really talked about that one, and I guess that's it. But there has been a big market move since opening in favor of the Angels. 25-cent move, opened at 127 at Pinnacle. Now it's 103.
I like this. Kobe giving us the up-to-the-date information. Will Myers out of the lineup. That helps me a lot.
Gosh. Okay,
also, Daniel Descalso out of the Diamondbacks lineup. Just a sign of how weak this Diamondbacks lineup is, a lineup that we thought was going to be nasty. Descalso is a big deal. He's a big help to this lineup. 233, 702 OPS versus righties. Can you believe that? It's shocking. We thought this lineup was going to smash this year. Padres, though, 235, 661 OPS versus righties. My goodness. I like my play here. First five under 4.5. I think Jacob Nix is the real deal. And Buchholz has been surprisingly good, although it's hard to have faith in him. I like this play.
Okay, so let's wrap up MLB. Let's remind everyone of all the official plays. Jim's on Colorado first 5 innings, minus 111. Detroit, Minnesota over 9. Washington -1. Arizona, San Diego first half under 4.5. Cubs, Pittsburgh over 8.5, and Pittsburgh team total over 3.5 minus 135. My plays are Washington team total over 4. Colorado first 5 innings money line. Detroit first 5 innings team total over 2. Detroit, Minnesota first 5 innings over 5 minus 122. Washington -1. Cubs second half money line minus 125. Cubs first 5 innings team total over 2. Pittsburgh first 5 innings team total over 2, and Washington first 5 innings team total over 2 as well. And those are all my MLB picks. And I don't think there's really any leans that I'm not going with here. The only leans I guess you would consider Toronto KC under 9.5 as a lean. I guess you would consider Minnesota first 5 team total over 2.5 as a lean, and very, very, very slightly Atlanta first 5 innings team total under 2 as a lean, and Washington St. Louis first 5 innings over 4.5. That would be a pretty strong lean, and I guess that's it. And I guess Cubs Pittsburgh first 5 innings team total over. Cubs Pittsburgh first 5 innings over would be a lean as well.
Well,
and that's it.
I have a couple things here. First off, Angel Romero has spoken.
Oh, shit. All right.
This is an exciting play, man.
Okay.
This is an exciting play. Shit. God, I love having Angel Romero on the team. I have one big dog play.
Oh, my God.
I'm going for it. Copa Colombian Tournament. La Equidad.
Wow.
Plus 285 on the money line.
There we go. La Equidad. Now remember, when you're tailing underdogs, you want to make your bet size smaller, right? Because Kelly dictates that if you have the same edge on a big favorite as a big underdog, your bet, if you have an equivalent edge on a big favorite as opposed to a big underdog, your bet size for the big favorite, you would want to be a lot bigger because you're less likely to lose that bet. So remember, when you're tailing someone or betting your own underdogs, be careful about overbetting your edges because you can easily have a big underdog play that you do have an edge on. You can have a positive EV play with a big underdog line that can easily turn into a negative EG play if you overbet it. And so keep that in mind, everyone, including you, if you're still with us. What's his name? Gary Buckley, including you, Gary Buckley. All right, I'm going to write this one down. La Equidad plus 285 in the Colombian Cup. Wow. Okay. All right. Interesting. Thank you so much.
A perfect way for us to move on to our next next thing. Where is it? It was my man Jason Goforth. Now this is news to me, and I was trying to get information on how much Brady would play. And so I'd like to hear what people have to say, but this is news to me. Jason Goforth, and we thank you for giving us your info, says take New England. Brady playing the whole first half?
Is that true?
I don't know. That's what Jason Goforth is saying. I don't have that information. I have... sorry, where's my football here?
All right, let's move on to...
Brady told Boston Brady... Oh, sorry. We're going to move on to NFL.
We're moving on to NFL. Once again, I did give 2 plays in the morning show. Eagles team total under 19.5. A lot of injuries for the Eagles, and I took that one. I also took Washington team total under 19.5 as well. Obviously, the Jets are taking a lot of money, and I would be leaning under also. Washington, we know, needs to find a running back, so I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of running for Washington here. Kobe Valentine, on the other hand, said that he disagreed with that, liked the way the Washington offense looked in week 1, so he likes Well, I don't know if he said he likes the over, but he definitely disagreed with my play on the under 19.5. Those are my 2 plays: Washington team total under 19.5 and Philly team total under 19.5. And is that true that I know Brady was going to get some snaps, but
Taco Schofield says fake news. This is news to me if this is true. Stephen Hamilton says Tom Brady expected to play a good portion of first half versus the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Brady is that, they have, the Pats have issues at receiver, right? They have the weakest receiving core that I've seen in a long time, and they got to get some kind of chemistry together. I'm thinking that the Pats might be a good fade, first 3 or 4 games of the regular season, which is often the case with the Pats. They do tend to start out slow sometimes, ATS-wise. The other issue, though, is, of course, Brady knows how to avoid injury, but it's always a possibility, especially with the offensive line that's expected, which I believe there's isn't there a rookie left tackle? Isn't he being guarded by a rookie?
I have to break down the roster.
I'm pretty sure that there's a rookie who's guarding him at left tackle, which is I trust Brady not to get hurt, but it's definitely not the optimal situation there. Do we know how much Brady is playing?
That's the question. But Jason Goforth says Brady's going to make a statement tonight. It's interesting. Yeah, Scotty Rock Forever says it's true. He will play a big portion of the first half. That's the news today.
Yeah. Let me see.
What's the
comments?
line right now on that game?
The Pats were definitely taking money. It was getting bet up. It was 3.5 earlier, and now it is. Let's see where it is right now. The line right now: Pats -4 or 4.5. So.
What about Pats first half?
Pats first half. I'm guessing you're looking at a 3 right there. Let's see. Yeah, Pats -3, juiced.
That's just a.
I think Philly has a lot of injuries. You know what I'm saying? Wentz is not playing, and Foles is not playing. So it's going to be Sudfeld, right? And who else? Phillies just has a lot of injuries, so I'm assuming that. Yeah, I took Philly team total under. I'm okay with that play, although anything can happen in these preseason games late. But it does seem like, especially if Brady's, yeah, you might be right there, Jim. Pats first half, that might be a play and a half right there. That might be a play and a half right there.
I guess I'm making my.
That might be a play and a half.
I guess I'm making my first
preseason play,
yeah.
Huh? Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you going to do, Jim?
I'll take Patriots first half.
All right, let's line shop as always. SBRodds.com. Bookmaker -3, -124. Jim's going to take Pats -3, -124.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't mind that play one bit.
These are official plays. Also, the preseason counts to our NFL record.
We can do whatever we want. If we want to separate you probably should separate the preseason from the regular season. We probably should. Yeah, we'll separate them. Okay. Unless you want them to. I mean, whatever we want to do, we can do.
Okay. Well, we can make the decision later.
I mean, they're clearly two different animals. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think we should separate them. I think we should definitely separate them. You know what I mean?
Sure.
All right. So and I might not be opposed to the Pats, first half team total over as well. I'm going to check what that would be at Heritage. Should have that one. I'm assuming Heritage has the team total here. Let's see. What happened? What happened?
I'm just trying to get. Sorry.
More haters?
No.
Oh, okay.
All's good.
Pats first half team total 14 plus 135. That's interesting, especially since Belichick, as I learned the hard way, and we know, I mean, I already knew it, but he likes to go for 2 in the preseason because, and that's what screwed me on my teasers in the Washington game because he kept going for 2, and I lost my teaser +8 by 1 point. But the Pats, if they score 2 touchdowns, he's going to go for some 2-pointers there, and they might convert them. 14 plus 135 is the first half team total over for the Pats. That is very tempting. Very tempting, Jim.
What is the exact number, sorry?
What?
The team total over?
14 plus 135. I mean, it really just depends on, you know that they're going to be conservative offensively. They're going to protect Brady, but still, he's got to get chemistry with these receivers. Some chemistry. You know what I mean? I mean, he's, I'm sure that, Belichick knows how to time it. But they're probably going to be doing something offensively. Let's look to see what the comment section is saying about this one. Let's see.
I want to get this bet in. I think this line's going to change.
That was a low-key funny comment. Paco Ely said, more haters? LOL. Let's see. Kobe Valentine, Tom Brady debuting his new helmet today. Take that into account. It will be a difference for him to play with a new helmet. It looks dope as fuck. Not Apple says, all haters leave mommy's basement. Dinner is ready. Nice one. Not applicable. Made me laugh. All right. Let me see. Other comments coming in. Yep. Bill Butlicker, Pats beat. Pats team total over. Jason Goforth says Brady going to see what he's got tonight. Bill Butlicker likes Eagles money line and Pats team total over. So Bill Butlicker definitely not liking the Eagles team total under, which I took. That's not a good sign. Any other comments, Jim?
Okay, I'm sending this in. I'm actually going to need 20 more seconds.
Hako Schofield, I'm on Pat's first half. Lamont Williams, I like Pat's money line tonight. New York Jets plus the points. Pittsburgh and Green Bay over. I'm thinking that's a good play. Other comments? King Rail likes the first half under 23.5 in the Pats game. King Rail, I'm on -3 first half. King Rail also liking the Pats first half. Hako Schofield, Pats first half is the call.
Okay, I'm going to make this 3/4 of a unit, though. I don't...
Okay.
I'm not going to go...
Okay.
For us.
No, I hear you. I feel you, Jim. Let me see. Isaac Higgins, Pats will win because of the loss in the Super Bowl. Upset. What do you want to do here? All right, let's continue on to some of the other games. In the NFL. Pittsburgh, Green Bay, I was thinking that Lamont Williams said he thought that the over was a good play. I was thinking that as well. Kobe Valentine pointed out a great stat. He was like preseason games. I don't know if it's week 2 only or if it's in general in preseason, but preseason games with a total in the 40s are like a 60% play on the under. I was thinking that, the Pittsburgh quarterbacks haven't looked that great, but I think they're going to be trying. I know that Green Bay is going to be trying. We know offensively, that is. We know that that Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing at least a little bit in this game, and I was thinking that the over might be worth a shot there. And again, in the Jets-Washington game, I might have a terrible read on this game, but I was thinking that the under might be a play, but this is now up to 41. Just over money coming in on the Jets-Washington game. Just over money coming in. I was thinking that Washington was going to, be testing out a lot of running backs and that it would be a shortened game. But obviously, money coming in on the over in the Jets-Washington game. Pittsburgh-Green Bay total is kind of hanging there, 43, 42.5. And Jim has already taken Pat's first half -3.
Big Ragu says Brady will not throw a touchdown. Write that down also. Darnold is going to get the start. We're expecting him to get the start here. He's been getting most of the snaps with the starters in practice. And they're showcasing Bridgewater to be traded. So Bridgewater's going to get a nice amount of time. And this Redskins secondary needs a ton of work, and they just cut Scandrick, which was a surprising move. They have a very young secondary. Of course, they have Josh Norman rolling. I'm I don't like betting. To be honest with you, actually, this is the first time I've been really focusing on capping the preseason instead of just like watching and learning. So
I mean, it's just there's different factors, and the thing is that the factors are not. It's a little bit of a crapshoot whether you can find them. You know what I mean? And the people like we saw in week 1, the people who like go to the training camps and stuff are always the ones with the best information. No question about that.
Definitely.
You know, better than any article you can find. Although you can sometimes find articles that will give you information that will point to a play with real value, but it's not very reliable. You know, it's kind of like a crapshoot. There's not a system that you can use to make sure you're always going to be getting all the information you need. You just have to keep digging. You know. But that's why you can find big value and why the pros do bet the preseason quite heavily at times.
Yeah, it makes sense. Everything makes sense. Anytime you get an edge or an angle, I mean, you want to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not going to make a play on the Jets at Redskins, but I'll be closely monitoring the activity.
All right, these games do start at first one starts at 7:30. Philly, New England. I took the Philly team total under. That might have been a wrong play because Bill Butler likes Philly money line and the Pats team total over. So that means he thinks the Philly's just going to put up a ton of points. Wow. I took the Washington team total under. That might be a big mistake as well. And then Pittsburgh, Green Bay, no play for me, but I am leaning over, and I would generally be agreeing with Jim's lean to the Pats. First half -3 and maybe first half team total over 14 plus 135. But I don't want to get too crazy here. I'm just going to stick with my 2 plays. You know what I mean?
Couch McGee says could be because Roethlisberger would have got a series or 2, but is out with the concussion. Hard to tell in the preseason, but that seems to be the news around them. So no Roethlisberger and no Landry Jones, so it's just going to be Dobbs and Rudolph.
Yeah.
Last week they went a combined 15 for 26, 192 yards, a pick and a score, a touchdown.
Whereas Green Bay's like still trying to figure out who's going to be the backup, and Rodgers is going to get some reps. So
they're all 4 quarterbacks are going to play.
Yeah.
Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. And wow, man. Yeah. Oh, man. I'm looking at this. Let me just think about this for a second.
Bill Butler says, Pete, remember what Joe Gavazzi said about teams who run 30 or more times, they win in the preseason. Eagles are going to run the ball more than the Pats, and Jets will run them. Eagles are going to run the ball more than the Pats, and Jets will run more than the Redskins.
Yes. Joe Gavazzi has some interesting insights into sort of unique preseason angles. Watch the videos that I did with Joe Gavazzi covering the preseason. You know, I think I might take a shot with the Packers first half team total over 14. I will throw that one on there. I'm going to throw that one on there, Jim. I'm going to throw that one on there. Green Bay first half team total over 14 plus 135.
Touts McGee says Green Bay is getting hammered right now. Yeah, I can totally understand that play. I'm just going to bet very softly. Mm-hmm. I probably should have made that bet, even a half unit bet, but I was, rushing everything.
I hear you, Jim.
I think that was an interesting play. Kyle Jack has 2 esport picks on the International Dota 2 biggest esports event of the year. They're half unit plays, and he says, "Write it down,
I'm
Peter."
writing this one down. Esports. I would love to be able to Kyle Jack esports to be able to have the time to handicap esports. What is he like, Jim?
Well, it's PSG LGD versus Evil Geniuses. His pick is the Evil Geniuses at plus 350. Mm-hmm. Taking dogs. Then there's TNC Predator versus Optic Gaming, and he's taking TNC Predator at plus 280.
Wow. TNC Predator at plus 280. Evil Geniuses at plus 350. If one of those wins, you got a big score. Yeah. Oh, man. Kyle Jack. Awesome. God, I would love that. That is a big hole in my overall repertoire and skill set, esports handicapping. And we also have La Equidad from, so we have 3 big underdogs there. Kyle Jack likes Evil Geniuses in esports, plus 350. TNC Predators, plus 280. And Angel Romero likes La Equidad, plus 285 in the Colombian Cup. I bet you 2 of those win. I bet you anything 2 of those win.
And all you need is one to
All
win.
you need is one to break even. No, one to make a little. Yeah, one to make a little bit of money. I bet you 2 of those win. All right. In the
my man Ron Walsek has joined us, and I've really enjoyed capping with Ron. I just think he's very sharp, and he says, and he always writes in capitals, which I'm comfortable with.
That's
I'm
cool.
in emails as well. I'm fine with that, Ron. I'm totally down. However you want to roll, my man. He says only valid bets to me on preseason are last week unders, and that's interesting to bring up because that first week. we're generally used to unders. They all went over.
Yep, and I did not get sucked in by that. If you notice, I didn't have any totals plays in that first week. I was treading very lightly there. All right, so Jim has added Pats first half -3, -124. I have added Green Bay first half team total over 14 +135, and I have two full game team total unders that, as of right now, I'm very nervous about, and I would not recommend anyone tailing them, even the haters. That is Philly 19.5 and Washington 19.5, both unders. I'm praying that one of them cashes and that I lose 1/10 of a unit and I get out of that. But I would not recommend anyone tailing either of those, including haters.
Sheldog says Alex Smith is a go for the Skins. And then Ayushia says, please tell Pete to write down my Cubs and Nats money line.
Oh, I already got it. Ayushia, I got it. Cubs and Nats. We're both on the Nats. I'm on the Cubs second half. Kobe Valentine's on the Cubs as well. And
Josh
and
Prakash has come in with a parlay. Parlay here. He's got Packers money line, Philly full game under, and Philly money line, and that's 3.2 to 1 he's getting in there.
Wow.
Touts McGee, the under 42.5 on Pats Philly may be a good one. Both teams are going to remain plain, not showing a thing, but there will be some angst on defense given the last time these two met. That's interesting. Interesting breakdown. Props Profits is Sloane Stevens live is solid value right now at the Cincinnati Open.
Okay.
Sloane Stevens live bet, solid value at the
Look at
Cincinnati
this.
Open.
Now we're getting people giving us live bet value, live bet bets as well. Awesome. Thank you so much. Profits. Sloane Stevens live solid value at the Cincinnati Open. All right.
Love these guys.
Yes. All right. I guess that's about it for NFL preseason games tonight.
Yeah.
Jimmy the Bag, why don't you monitor the comments in case anything else comes in as far as a betting value. Now we're going to move on to rugby. There are two games that are going tomorrow morning in rugby.
One final note, Bill Butler saying, which is quite possible. I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. I need to pull up my sheet anyway.
But Bill Butler says, Pete, once Brian Hoyer comes into the game for the Patriots, they won't score anymore.
Yeah.
Pats win first half, Eagles win second half and game. That was worth stopping you there just because that's a very interesting take. It might be an extremely sharp take.
Yeah, I know. I was leaning under on this game when I first looked at it, and I thought that because Philly has so many injuries, that might be the safer play.
Wow.
But
and then back to the esports. Kyle Jack says TNC just beat the best team in the world in Dota 2, so it makes it look that much better. So I guess that line will change. You should get it as soon as possible.
All right, so all right. I will look at that. Right now, though, we have to discuss rugby here. Let me just pull up the lines because these rugby the lines do move. I'm wondering if they're the same as what they were when I handicap it. Please let my computer not freeze up right now.
No, please
go
do.
ahead.
And also, as soon as we're done the rugby section, Lucrative Larry's nemesis, Freddie Fortune, is in the house.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so let me see. I got to pull up my sheet here and
Jason Campbell has his AFL plays.
Oh, great. Let us know what they are. Okay.
I can tell you whenever you want.
First game that we're going to look at, the Manly Sea Eagles against the Gold Coast Titans. Now, this is an important game. These are two teams, they're trying to avoid the wooden spoon, Jimmy the Bag.
The wooden spoon?
The wooden spoon. You know what that is. It's nothing nice. A wooden spoon ain't nothing nice in rugby.
You can't cook crack with a wooden spoon.
You cannot.
Who needs a wooden spoon?
So that, all right. So
if you can't cook with it, don't give it to me.
For the uninitiated, the wooden spoon is what they call the team that has the worst record in the NRL. And Gold Coast and Manly are both in danger of being awarded the wooden spoon this year. And it's kind of a high line here with Manly at home -7. I'm not necessarily thinking that Gold Coast is going to pull out the win here, but I do think that it's going to be a relatively close game, and I'm thinking that the line of 7 is a little bit surprisingly high. I'm leaning Gold Coast Titans at +7, -110. I'm not 100% understanding, though, why the line is as high as it is. I'm thinking it should be more like, 3 or 4. I could easily see a win here by Manly of like 2 or something like that. The Sea Eagles by 2, 3, 4 or something like that. Gold Coast catching 7 points is looking good to me, and the only thing that makes me nervous is I don't quite understand why they're getting this many points. They're both bad teams, right? The game is important for both of them, and the Sea Eagles are they're a club in crisis. And the Titans just played a pretty good.
Jason Campbell's heading down to the Manly game tonight.
Oh shit! How fun would that be to be there with?
It's his team. He's
Oh
not
my
sure about
God.
my team. They always lose when they should win. Can't back Manly minus 8.5, but he says easy
8.5, wow.
over 45.5.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know where he's seeing 8.5. I'm seeing 7 at Pinnacle and 5.5 at plus 110.
Glenn
at
Kelly
Heritage.
says I'm going overs on this one, Pete.
Yes. So both of these teams, they give up. They just have bad defenses, right? They both average giving up 24 points a game. It does feel like a game that's going to go over. I was leaning over, more so leaning the Gold Coast Titans getting 7. If Jason Campbell's seeing 8.5, I like that one a little bit more. The road team here, and a lot of these factors are similar in football, rugby, and lots of sports. Gold Coast's on the road catching points. They had a nice game last week against a decent team that they just lost at the end. So they sort of had a pretty impressive game there. Now they're going in here against a much worse team with motivation and catching a good amount of points. So I will definitely add on the Titans here. Plus 7, minus 110. I'm going to take that one. Plus 7, minus 110. Heritage has 5.5. Plus 110, and apparently Jason Campbell says that there's 8.5. So Jim, do you have Bet365 up there?
I do.
Can you check NRL Rugby just in case there's a better line at Bet365 that I can take? NRL Rugby, National Rugby League, Australian Rugby. If there is an 8 somewhere.
NRL.
NRL.
Yeah,
If Gold Coast is better than 7, let me know. Right now I'm going to take the Pinnacle line, plus 7, minus 110.
Plus 6.5.
Okay, so I'm going to take the Pinnacle line, 7 minus 110. It's not a great sign that Pinnacle has 7 and Bet365 and Heritage both have lower lines. That implies that someone that Pinnacle respects, at least as of right now, has been putting money on Manly. But I'm going to take Gold Coast here, plus 7. I would definitely. What's the total on that one, Jim?
I will check. I don't want to forget. Big Ragu wants the reminder of Angel Romero's pick.
It is La Equidad plus 285.
And that's La Equidad. I can spell that out. EQUITAD.
Yes.
La Equidad plus 285.
La Equidad. All right. So
sorry, you wanted the total on that.
Yeah, I would also be
45.5.
Right. It's 46 here at Pinnacle. 45.5. What are the odds there at Bet365?
For 45.5,
Yeah.
minus 110 apiece.
Yeah, I mean the over is the obvious play here. Both these teams give up a lot of points. I'm gonna hold off on the over for now. Maybe I'll give it. Let's move on to the other game, which is Melbourne against the Parramatta Eels. And Melbourne, the situation here is also very similar to games to team season situations that we see in the NFL. For most of the year, Melbourne was looking like they were guaranteed to have the top spot at the end of the year. Now they've lost 2 in a row. All of a sudden, it's sort of things have they've sort of fallen off. And Parramatta was expected to get the wooden spoon at the beginning of the year.
Oh God!
What happened?
The wooden spoon.
The wooden spoon. Yes, the wooden now. And Parramatta is coming off a huge win. Melbourne's strength is their defense, and this is a play that I'm definitely liking. Under 42.5 minus 108. That is definitely a play that I am taking. Parramatta Eels against Melbourne, and that is under 42.5 minus 108. What does Bet365 maybe have for this total? Parramatta and Melbourne. Parramatta and Melbourne, the total.
42.5.
Minus, what are the odds?
Minus 110 apiece.
All right, so I'm going to take the under 42.5 minus 108 here. That's the line at Pinnacle. I'm taking the Titans plus 7 minus 110. I would definitely be leaning over 46 or 45.5 in the Gold Coast game as well. Definitely feels like these defenses are just both not going to show up here, and it's just going to be a war of attrition to see who scores last and stuff like that. Feels like it's going to be a high scoring close game. So I'm taking the Titans here at plus 7. I'm going to pass on the total, leaning over, and then the Melbourne Parramatta game, I'm taking under 42.5 minus 108. Definitely leaning Parramatta at plus 11.5, and I'm going to hold off on that one. Could easily see this one being a low scoring game, but Melbourne, still covering the double digit spread here because they were the top team for most of the year, Jim.
Glenn Kelly says if Melbourne turn it on, it could get ugly.
Yes. I'm just not sure that Melbourne is going to be, if they get a blowout win, which I think they probably will, it's probably just going to be because they play strong defensively. When you see a team like Melbourne that was the top team all year long, and now they're off of 2 losses, they want to prove themselves with this game, but they're not looking to run up the score against anyone.
Kyle Jack likes the Eagles at plus 12.5.
Yeah.
Looks too many points.
Yeah, I mean, it does look like that at first glance. Melbourne is certainly, something went wrong the last two games, and Parramatta is definitely playing with some life. But I'm just going to take the under 42.5 minus 108. Gold Coast Titans +7 minus 110. Definitely a lean to the over 45.5 in the Manly Gold Coast game. But I'll hold off on that one for now. Although I really probably should be given that one though, Jim. Really probably should be given that one. But I'm going to hold off on that one for now. Just the two plays that I'm given. So those are two rugby plays. The Gold Coast Titans +7 minus 110. Parramatta Melbourne under 42.5 minus 108. All right, that's it for today's show.
Well, before we do, Jason Campbell has his AFL plays that I didn't read out. Richmond versus Essendon.
Okay.
His plays are Richmond -14.5.
Okay, hold on. Richmond -14.5, okay.
And that's at 1.90 in the decimals. And over 164.5.
Over 164.5. Okay, Richmond
and the over 164.5 is his best bet.
Okay.
It says both teams to score 70 plus is also a bet he's making at 1.90. Both teams to score 70 plus.
Wow.
Write it down,
awesome.
Peter.
I wrote it down.
And take the easy cash.
All right, I wrote it down. I might tail that one as well right after this show is done. Are we done, Jim?
Ty Rich says no problem. He's going to write it down. Thank you, Ty Rich.
Okay, thank you so much, Ty Rich. And on that note, we can bring in Lucrative Larry. What does he have for us today?
It's not Lucrative Larry. Remember, it's Freddie Fortune.
Freddie Fortune. Come on in, Freddie Fortune. Who knows what's going to happen right now? Here he comes. All right, here he comes. Intensely walking down, looking like a pissed-off blockchain developer. Looking like a pissed-off dark web developer.
So Freddie's last play pushed. So we only have one recorded play by Freddie Fortune. Okay, Freddie, let's see it.
Okay.
Let's see it. Okay.
Let's see what Freddie's got for us today. Pow.
France League 2. Châteauroux over Red Star on the three-way at +105. Available at Bet365.
Great job, pal.
God damn you.
All right. Okay. All right. Lighten up a little bit. Life ain't that bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? The sun is shining. You know what I'm saying?
I like him. Intense. He's an intense guy.
I'm just saying, once in a while, look on the bright side of things, pal. You know what I'm saying?
France League 2.
Yeah,
France
I hear
League
you.
2.
I hear you. All right, and that wraps up the show for today. We'll be back at 12 o'clock Eastern time. No, Jim will not be there.
I will not be there.
It'll be me going solo with a huge card. We got everything tomorrow. We got WNBA, CFL, NFL, full MLB card, even rugby. We got everything tomorrow. It's going to be a crazy 2 shows. I'll probably lose my voice, but I'm going to be doing it. That'll be 12 o'clock Eastern time.